Today on Go, we're at Halloween Expo on the grounds of the PNE. I got Emmett from the Lego Movie. I'm Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm seeing double Chris Pratt today on Go. Coming up, Halloween Expo. What do you think? Am I evil enough to join the Empire? A little dashing? The Ghostbusters of BC.
I'm Todd Whalen and I'm not a doctor.
I'm Evelyn and bussin' makes me feel good.
And some sisterly support.
Say she's like my little best friend.
Welcome to Go on Shaw TV. I'm Paul McClellan, and today we're at Vancouver's Halloween Expo here on the grounds of the PNE. There's lots of great costumes all around. I even pulled out my Star-Lord getup once again. I gotta get my money's worth out of this thing. I know I've hosted the show on it a couple of times. We got lots of cool stories for you from around the Lower Mainland, but first, why don't you join me for a lap around Halloween Expo?
Halloween Parade Expo is organized by Vancouver International Halloween Festival Society, and we are an arts non-profit organization, and we promote arts and culture. But at the same time, we're trying to reduce blood and gore scenes during Halloween, and so that Halloween can be carried in a family-friendly and a healthy direction.
I love it. It's so great. I'm super happy to be here. I love the vendors and I love the food trucks, and I love the fact that there's so much going on.
They've really improved it, although last year was fun too, but I think that they've put a lot of effort in, so I'm excited.
So you guys have got props, though, that are made with a 3D printer, is that right?
We do. Yes, we do.
How does that work, and what does that mean, I guess, to the prop building thing when it comes to Halloween or cosplay type of stuff?
For cosplay purposes, it reduces the time and money to make a prop nowadays. Even Hollywood movie studios are using 3D printing to make props. So it's really good, and there's lots of things that we could make.
What types of injuries can you inflict on people with your paintbrush thing?
Pretty much anything that you can think of. But we're specializing right now in burns and cuts and scars and bullet wounds and.
I'd love to see your resume. That sounds interesting. Star-Lord here. What do you think? Am I evil enough to join the Empire? A little dashing? No? You're not even gonna say anything to me. This is just embarrassing right now.
It's fun to see everybody's costumes, and I think the more cosplay people can do, it's a great way to kind of, step outside your comfort zone a little bit.
It's interacting with other cosplayers, seeing what everyone has to buy, seeing what people drew and buying prints of that. That's all really cool.
The front end has been really cool with the concerts, and some of the people you're able to meet is just excellent.
We'll have more from here at Halloween Expo as the show goes on, but right now, sticking with the cosplay theme, Dunya is meeting with the Ghostbusters of BC.
Ghosts. They're real, they're mean, and they're here. But there's only one group that's capable of keeping us safe from them. That's the Ghostbusters of BC.
I ain't afraid of no ghost. I'm Todd Whalen and I'm not a doctor.
I'm Evelyn and bussin' makes me feel good.
I'm Ryan and I love the slime.
And their mission is to keep the province ghost-free, at least when they're in costume.
Our mission is to get attention and be rock stars and be awesome.
Todd, Ryan, and Evelyn are three of about 15 other members who are certified to deal with paranormal activity.
Yeah, we're licensed. It's totally legit.
And And they're one of at least 100 other chapters around the globe who are keeping the Ghostbusters legacy alive.
So it started off with just a couple good friends of mine, and it was a Halloween project. And then from there, we just decided to make the gear, made the gear, and then from there, there was a Dan Aykroyd signing. And that's how we met Todd.
They were done up, full suits, full packs, and we're like, we're friends now, aren't we? Yeah, we are.
Speaking of gear, these costumes did take a lot of time to build.
So I went on eBay and found the flight suit I was gonna get. I got the patches, the belt, and I found, I had some old combat boots. And bit by bit, you can start to put it together. You get the correct radio, you get the lifeguard, you get the gizmo.
And then there's the Proton Pack, which is made of many little pieces molded and wired together by Todd and his group members.
I was able to work with one of them to get them to build me the pack that I have now.
And it's not a cheap hobby. Each pack can cost up to $2,000 to make. And that's why they're happy to share the love with other fans at conventions and expos.
People get to have that moment. You get to be there with them, and everyone kind of gets excited because it's like, oh, I get to wear a pack.
And just like everyone else, I wasn't going to miss out on that opportunity.
So I guess this thing eliminates ghosts, right?
That's right. It holds them until you're ready to put them in the trap.
And how do you turn it on?
Flip the activate switch right there.
Okay.
All right. And once you see a ghost, hit the intensify button, and that'll hold them.
Okay, well, I guess. Oh, there's a ghost over there. There! And there's the one there. There! That's how it's done. Let's go.
In Ghost Free Vancouver, I'm Jenny Tozy for Go West Coast.
The Ghostbusters of BC have some really cool online video content as well. You can check that out at youtube.com/ToddWhalen21. Right now, though, no Ghostbusters, but Team Rocket's joining me. Guys, I heard you have a message for me. What is it?
Team Rocket's blasted off again! And we'll have more from Halloween Expo after the break.
After the break, a story of sisters.
I would say me and Raina are more than just sisters.
And rocking out with the Catherines.
Hi there, my name is Madeline, and I'm here to tell you about G-Day. G-Day is a community-based rite of passage celebration that welcomes girls ages 10 to 12 into adolescence. It's taking place on Friday, October the 23rd. That's a provincial Pro D Day at the Creekside Community Recreation Center in Olympic Village. It's a day-long celebration filled with activities that support girls as they transition from childhood through their tween years, and also includes parents or people that we call champions at G-Day. There's going to be dancing and snacks and crafts. We're going to talk about leadership and positive self-esteem. Please join us on Friday, October the 23rd as we come together for one day to be the village that it takes to raise a child. I hope to see you there.
Welcome back to Go on Shaw TV. Today we're at Halloween Expo. Our next story though takes us out to Maple Ridge, where one girl is helping her little sister through some very tough times.
Meet Aaliyah Sewell and her little sister Raina.
I'd say she's like my little best friend.
On the swing and in life, she's had Raina's back for quite some time.
Like Raina sits in the front and I sort of hold on to the back of her and we swing.
They're inseparable, sharing a special connection despite the fact that Raina can't talk to her sister at all.
Raina was talking when she was younger. By 20 months, she'd lost all speech.
It's called Rett syndrome, a rare condition that, much like autism, affects a child's speech and motor skills.
That was very hard. Like, when your child's saying words and, mom and things like that and isn't able to anymore.
She cannot express what her wants are. A lot of it has to do with just body language.
For Aaliyah, it meant putting her sister's needs before her own, helping her walk, eat, and even teaching her piano.
I would say me and Raina are more than just sisters because I can really just tell her anything I want.
She is a huge support person for her sister, and at such an early age, her comprehension of things are amazing.
Aaliyah has even organized 2 bake sales at school, all to raise money for the Rett Syndrome Society of BC. As for Raina, her perseverance inspires her family every day.
Yay, Raina!
And with some hard work, she's even learned to crawl and walk again.
Every day she falls down and she gets herself right back up. She has a smile on her face. She greets the world, you know, with a huge smile, and just, we're like, so why should we give up?
Remarkably, one thing Raina has never lost is the ability to bond with her big sister.
Almost have some sort of telepathic connection. They anticipate each other's needs and feelings.
I look at her and I see what she's looking at her stuff or which way, and I see what kind of emotional is on her face.
It's during those moments when Aaliyah shows that she's best at translating her sister's feelings into words.
I think of what would be in Raina's brain, not mine.
They really love each other, so that just to continue into adulthood would be just fantastic.
Until then, Aaliyah is looking forward to holding her little sister's hand every step of the way. Amadagahi and May Porridge for Go on Shaw TV.
You can visit rettbc.ca to find out more about the condition and how you can help out. Now, our next story, I'm interviewing pop rock group The Catherines at 604 Records. The Catherines are a brand new Vancouver band with a bit of a history together. We met them for a performance of their debut single, Cherry Lips, off their upcoming debut album at 604 Records, where they recently signed. It's all an impressive evolution from Kate's singer-songwriter roots.
And I adore you, but I only like you when you're not there.
I used to write a lot of songs in high school, and I would always play open mics in coffee houses, and then I entered BC's Best Teen Band contest when I was in grade 11, and through that I ended up getting into the top 10, so I had to form a band to be in the Battle of the Bands final performance, and so these girls joined. She's my sister, so she's always around, and I've been singing in choir with Caitlin since we were 5. And we were in preschool together, so it just was a natural fit. And we ended up with a huge band. I think we had 10 people to start with, and then it just sort of
like
string section. There was a string quartet. Yeah, it was a lot. And then it's just sort of evolved since then. We've been doing stuff ever since. And through that contest, we played in a festival and that's where we met our manager, our now manager, Jonathan Simpkin. And so it's just since that we've been doing lots of stuff in the industry, and it's all evolved into the Catherines, which is what we are now.
So the new record is To Bring You My Heart. You kind of talked about the sounds that come in, but how cool is it to have this out? How do you feel now that it's about to be released?
It's exciting. It's been a while. It's always so fun because I've been listening to the songs. We've all been listening and playing the songs for a while now, and so I think that for us, it's amazing that people might actually listen to it and know the songs and play them in their cars, and the thought of that is incredibly exciting to me.
And I feel like it's been waiting for so long. We've built so much anticipation. We're probably gonna be the most excited ones when it comes out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Cherry lips, red wine on a silver platter. Got a one-track mind, but it doesn't matter. You know what I want.
Cherry Lips was the debut single, came out with an awesome video shot around Gastown, Vancouver and stuff. How did you guys feel about the end product, though? It's a beautiful little piece, yeah.
That video, should we talk about how crazy that was to film?
Oh my god, it was crazy.
It looked like a simple, straight-ahead shoot. Was there craziness?
You would think, but if you're in Gastown at 2 o'clock in the morning and 4 a.m. in the morning, you meet a lot of crazy people, and crazy people follow you around.
Because you have a big camera.
Pretty girls, big camera, music video. I can see the trouble.
It was kind of scary and crazy, but it was really fun. It was an experience. And so I'm glad that the final product turned out well, yeah. Because it was a lot of intense filming nights.
with working on the record, you guys got to work with a lot of cool Vancouverites like Hawksley Workman and Steve Bays. What's it like? I guess what was the whole process like writing and recording that?
So I did most of the writing and the recording, and then Caitlin and Lauren came in and sang like amazing things on the record. And
I like that face, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, no, writing it was amazing. Like, I got to write with Kevy, Mental. I got to write with Steve Bays, Ryan Stewart, who's like a really cool pop producer, and then Tino Zolfo and Hawksley in Toronto, and like there was just all these different people, and Colin Jans, who's amazing. And yeah, it totally influenced the way that the record ended up being, I think, because all of these people were like bringing their own flavors to it, and Kevy, we'd sit for hours and he would show me music that he loved, and I would show him music that we loved, and then we'd end up like writing a song after that, and it would come out of all of these different influences. Like we would have been listening to Garbage and like, not the band Garbage.
I know.
Yeah.
Not literal garbage.
Exactly. But yeah, it's just, you know, there was stuff that I never would have thought that I could have written, and so in a way it was cool to see like my style of writing, and my lyrics were very similar to what I had written before, but it was like evolving into this whole new like sound, and the production was so cool, and so like getting to experience that was amazing.
Check out their full performance from 604 Records on our Go Facebook page, and follow the band at facebook.com/Catherine's Band. In East Van, I'm Paul McClellan for Go on Shaw TV. And if you're a fan of local music, we have a new show on Shaw TV you're going to want to check out called Indie Mixtape. It introduces you to the independent music scene in Metro Vancouver and runs Mondays and Wednesdays at 6:30 and 10:30 p.m. I also may or may not be the host of that, so you know it's going to be good. Now, speaking of rock superstars, I'm joined by two of them right now. Ladies, step in. Who have we got right now?
Jem.
Jem and?
Pizzazz.
Pizzazz. Now, I heard you two have a very special message for our viewers.
More Go after the break.
Still to come, flag football.
It complements their growth development in the fall significantly.
And celebrity dim sum.
AIDS and HIV has not gone away, it's still there.
Hi, I'm Jolene. And I'm Andy. We're on the Momentum Youth Arts Festival Committee. This festival is being held from October 23rd to 25th. And this year, everything is free.
For Momentum 2015, we're featuring our first ever Columbia Street Music and Arts Crawl,
the New Westminster Secondary School Drama Department,
Vancouver Fringe artists Peter and Chris,
the Fictionals Improv Against Humanity,
Machine Noisy Dance Society's Proximity Remix,
Pechakucha New West Volume 9,
local metal band Tenet,
workshops by Tin Can Studio,
Chandong Korean drumming, and so much more.
Visit www.momentumyouthfest.com for the full schedule and more information. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Go on Shaw TV. We're at Vancouver's Halloween Expo right now. But moving into the sports section of the show, the CFL postseason is fast approaching, and that means the 2015 Grey Cup in Winnipeg, brought to you by Shaw. Now, football is a big part of rec in our communities across the province, and our next story is about a league that's helping youth learn skills on the field and off the field.
We are seeing 135 teams participate on a weekly basis for flag football jamborees. We've had an opportunity to be in Coquitlam Town Center. We've been out to North Delta, John Oliver Park. We've been out to Mercer Stadium, New Westminster. Richmond Hugh Boyd Park. We're out at Chilliwack at Townsend Center with our 1,400 athletes congregating and invading each of these areas. It's amazing the energy that ends up happening when these group of individuals arrive, the enthusiasm of young men and women playing the sport, the excitement of parents, coaches as they come and compete on a weekly basis, doing something they love that brings joy and energy to them.
I play flag football because, well, football's been going on in my family for generations, and it's really fun. You get a bunch of friends and you're doing something you love.
Today, we're going to see 14 teams at the under-19 age division, 140 athletes compete here at Burnaby Lakes.
One of my tackle coaches from the season came up to me and decided to ask if I would like to play some spring flag football, and I said, why not?
Both fall, tackle, and spring flag football are complementary. In spring flag football, the athlete can diminish the amount of concern in terms of injury. It usually just turned ankle, maybe a sprained wrist because of athletic move, and focus more in terms of skill levels. Throwing a football, catching a football, running with the football, being a great teammate, working in terms of team play, route combinations, being able to adjust to defenses on the fly. And so for the athlete that wants to participate in spring flag football, it complements their growth development in the fall significantly.
Helped me quite a bit with like developing my routes better without pads, and obviously that translates to when I have pads on, and just helped me pursuit to the ball when I'm on defense harder.
The primary difference, of course, in flag is that it's non-contact. It's a very fast game. 5 asides, so you have 5 athletes on the field at one time. It's very important now because the transition in North America is to non-contact. So we've seen a tremendous growth in football, not only in the Lower Mainland, but throughout the province. So young people get to experience playing Canadian football, and as a result of that, you know, we continue with that heritage sport, and they get a great experience there.
It really is an exciting growth of the sport and a celebration of spring flag football.
Tune into Shaw TV throughout the month of November for our Grey Cup special features. We'll have CFL players, we'll have super fans, as well as some local charities involved in the festivities. And don't forget to tune into the 2015 Grey Cup presented by Shaw on November 29th. Now moving from sports to the arts, here's a bit of local theater.
Well, this play, as I understand it, was an homage to playwright's mother, who passed away before she was able to see her son become successful as an artist, as a playwright.
And the policeman didn't come just because of the chunks of ice.
So why did he come then? Just to scare the wits out of me? Just to upset me?
Didn't he tell you what happened?
My character is the narrator, and essentially it's Tremblay. The play is Michel Tremblay's ode to his mother.
I'll tell you what happened.
Oh, make it fast. You always go into too much detail.
But I don't want you to punish me.
Well, I'll be the judge of that, young man.
This character loves to tell stories and loves to embellish these stories. And I've been a storyteller since I was a child. So it's very natural in that way. And it's quite fun to play with because she's such a big, outrageous character. I enjoy that.
He gets out of his car thinking he's driven over some kid, and all he finds is a chunk of ice. No wonder he called the cops.
This is the 4th time it's been produced, the 3rd time that Kevin and Margot have done it together, and so it deepens a little bit each time, and it's really fantastic.
I'm not so sure I want to tell you what happened.
Well, now I want to know. Let's hear it.
It's true. Me and my friends were throwing chunks of ice.
My job in this play is to basically set Margot up and to let her go like a hurricane, which she's very good at doing.
He probably thought it was a baby who'd escaped from his mother and was crawling across the street on all 4s. Oh, good heavens!
It sort of resonates with everybody around the things that mothers say to their kids when they're misbehaving or when they're not doing what they're supposed to do, or the stories they get into with each other. So I think I think that's why people should come. It's just a wonderful homage to mothers everywhere.
For the pleasure of seeing her again runs until October the 24th at Gateway Theatre.
And before we go, let's join Fiona for some dim sum.
Some dim sum, yeah.
Dim sum. Dumplings.
Hi everyone, I'm Fiona Forbes, and today we are on the scene at Celebrity Dim Sum. It's the 8th annual in support of AIDS Vancouver, and I'm with the Executive Director, Brian Chittock, right now. How are you, Brian?
I'm great.
So tell us about this great event.
This is the most fun event in Vancouver. Everybody comes and has a great time. We have to turn celebrities away. It's so exciting, and it's just fun. It's an hour and a half of fun.
It is, and how are the celebrities playing their role today for Celebrity Dim Sum?
The celebrities actually have to work. They get a free lunch, but we put them to work serving all the guests that come to this event.
And let's talk about AIDS Vancouver and why it's important to have events just like this one to support the cause.
Well, we're the oldest AIDS service organization in Canada. And AIDS and HIV has not gone away. It's still there. It's still very much an issue. And our newest initiative is prevention programs so that we stop having people become infected with HIV.
And what are some of the other programs that AIDS Vancouver has to support people living with HIV and AIDS?
We have a very large case management program that helps people navigate through the healthcare system and other systems. And we have community outreach programs. We have education programs. We have a grocery program that we always need support for because there's not a lot of funding out there for food.
And why is it so important to have AIDS Vancouver in our community?
Well, we're a very important healthcare service provider, and we serve over 2,000 people currently that if we weren't here, they wouldn't have any place to go.
And let's get back to Celebrity Dim Sum. Is there going to be a chicken foot eating contest this year?
Yes, it is going to be better than ever.
Well, let's go have some dim sum and raise some money, Brian.
That's great, thanks.
If you want to find out more information, you can go to aidsvancouver.org.
And that event raised over $30,000 for AIDS Vancouver. That's it for Go today from here at Vancouver Halloween Expo. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Something we wanted to let you know about is a cool new program brought to you by Kids Help Phone. It's called Bro Talk. It's a program specifically to open a zone up for teen boys to talk about problems they may be having. You can get more information on that at brotalk.ca. But on behalf of the whole Go team, thank you so much for watching. I'm Paul McClellan, Star-Lord, and we'll see you next time.